What's up, y'all? My name is Angel, and welcome to my first YouTube video. Today, I'm going to be doing the 29 books that I got for my 29th birthday. So I'm just going to quickly go through the 29 books that I got, and then that's going to be the video. I'm very excited for my 2025 reading year, and I think I got a lot of good books that are going to keep me entertained throughout the year. So let's just get right into it. The first book I got is Mistborn, the original trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. I've been really excited about getting into more fantasy lately. I already do read some fantasy, but I feel like this is a bit higher fantasy than what I really read, and so I'm excited to do it, and I've never heard nothing bad about Brandon Sanderson. I'm really excited to read this one. It's about a hero that tried to save the world and failed, and ever since the world has become a wasteland, ruled by an immortal emperor known as Lord Ruler, but hope survives as a new uprising is forming. So I think this will be really exciting and fun to read, and I'm ready to jump into it immediately. The next book I have is Don't Let the Forest In by C.G. Drews, and the artwork on this book is just so cute, very beautiful. This one is following a man named Andrew, and he has these very intense dreams, I believe, and he goes into the forest because his dreams come true, and that's where the monsters are, and he goes into the forest to kill the monsters. Another boy named Thomas comes to help him, and it's just talking about their story and navigating through killing his nightmares. I don't know much else about it. I don't want to know much else about it. I just want to go in and I just want to enjoy the story. Next, I got Satan's Affair by H.G. Carlton. This is a prequel to the Cat and Mouse duet, and so I wanted to finish this up by having this read. And this is following Sybil and how she got into the circus, and Sybil playing and having fun with the people that reek like evil and how she handles that. So I'm very excited to read this quick short read. And then I also got Where's Molly by H.G. Carlton, and this is a cat and mouse duet spin-off book. In the second book, there are letters from Molly, and this is following Molly, I believe, and she's been missing for 2 weeks, and they are still searching for the girl. And that's about all I know. This book is called An Orc on the Wild Side by Tom Holtz. I love the cover of this book. I saw it and I picked it up before I even read what it was about. I love orcs. I don't know. I love them. And so I had to get it because I had to know. I had to get it because there was an orc on the cover. Literally. And the book actually sounds fun. It's a satire fiction novel, and it's following King Mordack as it's his turn to run the kingdom. And the kingdom has been ran by a whole bunch of dark lords, and they like it ran that way. They want it to be ran in a terrible way. They like killing people for no reason. The kingdom is in terrible living conditions. And King Mordack, he's not like the rest of his fellow orcs. He wants to create like a healthcare program. He's thinking about moving humans in to create more affordable housing in the kingdom. He doesn't want to torture people. He just wants the kingdom to be ran like a kingdom should be ran. This is The Inmate by Frida McFadden. Y'all have never read a Frida McFadden book, so I'm excited. This one sounded interesting to me, so that's why I picked this one up. This book is following a woman named Brooke. She helped put Shane in prison for murder, but what Brooke doesn't know is that Shane knows that she helped put him away in jail, and so she's just playing this little game, being intimate with a prisoner when she's not supposed to be because she works there, but this whole time he knows what she did. So I'm excited to see how Shane handles that. I think it'll be really fun, and if I do like it, I'll continue to read more Frida McFadden because why not? Next, I got The Party by Natasha Preston. I love Natasha Preston. I eat her books down. She is like my favorite palate cleanser. If I ever just like need a break, or I'm in a reading slump, or I just want to read something fun that's not going to be too much for my brain, always Natasha Preston. Her books are just so fun. She's a mystery thriller writer. Her books are fun. You're always trying to figure out who the murderer is, and it's just, they're just fun. Okay. This book is following this girl named Bessie and her closest friends. They're going to the English countryside, and they are going to a secret party in this castle. They're trapped in the castle and they start dying one by one, and so they're trying to figure out who the murderer is. Is it somebody that has attended the party, or is it someone that was already in the house before they got there? You got to figure it out. Her books are always so fun and twisty, so if you've not read from Natasha Preston, start today. Start now, okay? Next, I got Misery by Stephen King. We all know what Misery is, I think. So I'm not really going to talk too much about this. It's about an author who killed off one of Annie's favorite characters in the book. He gets in a car accident. He's stuck with Annie. She said, rewrite that because you killed off my favorite character and I'm not with it. So it's just following that. Very excited to read it because I love the movie, so I know the book's going to be better because you know books are always better than movies. Next, I got Exquisite Corpse by Poppy Z. Bright, and this one is following a man named Andrew, and he escaped prison. He faked his death and escaped prison. He went to prison for murdering young men. So once he got out, he ran into this man named Jay, and Jay has similar interests as him. And they find this Vietnamese boy, and they decide he's going to be the perfect victim for their next piece of art. So this is a horror novel, obviously, and I'm very excited to read it. I've heard a lot of people talk about it in the past. I feel like I'm a little late getting to it, but that's okay. You know, it happens. I'm very excited to read it. I love horror books. That's something you guys will learn on this channel. I love me some horror books. So if you got some other books that you think I should read, let me know, because this one I think is going to be good. And then I got Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber, and this is following Jax. So this is like a spin-off tale from the Caraval or Caravel, however y'all want to say it, series. I say Caraval because it sounds like carnival. I don't want to hear nothing else about it unless Miss Stephanie said I'm saying it wrong. But outside of that, this is following Jax and Evangeline Fox and their love story. This is a trilogy. I don't want to know too much else. I love the world of the Caravel series, and so I just know it's going to be filled with magic and beautiful writing. It's going to be fun. Me and Jax have a love-hate relationship. It's like that. So I'm very excited to read it and to see if it turns out to be a happily ever after or an exquisite tragedy. We'll see. Next, I got Let's Play at the Adams by Mendel W. Johnson, and this is following a 20-year-old babysitter named Barbara, and she's babysitting for these kids, and she takes a nap or falls asleep, and when she wakes up, she is gagged and tied up, and the kids say they want to play a game. So I've been eyeing this book for a minute, so I'm happy that I finally have it. I think it's going to be really fun. It's going to be fun, so I'm excited. And then I got Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan, and I know that this is following a man named Archer, and he refuses to communicate, and that it's a love story, and that it's heartbreaking or messed up. That's all I want to know. I don't want to know anything else. If it's a messed up story, I like to go into them without knowing too much, so I could feel like the real impact of it. So I am excited to read this. And oh, look at that. It is one of the top 100 romance novels of all time on Goodreads. So I'm excited to read that. And then I got Bunny by Mona Awad. Honestly, y'all, I don't know what's taken me so long to read this book. I have been wanting to read this for years, but for some reason, there were other books that I was reaching more towards. And I said, no, now is the time. We're going to have this, and we're going to read this in 2025. All I know is it's about this girl named Samantha who goes to New England's elite Warren University, and she runs into this clique of sinister witch girls who call each other Bunny and seem to move and speak as one, and then she gets an invitation to the Bunny Smut Salon. I don't know. We'll see. I heard it's really weird, and if a book is really weird, then the book is for me. So I'm excited to read it because I don't know what I'm going to get into, but I know it's up my alley. The next book I got is The Bone Witch by Ren Chupeco. This book is following a girl named T, and she comes from a family of witches, and her gift is necromancy, which makes her a bone witch. Bone witches are feared and ostracized in the kingdom for their powerful elemental magic. They can reach beyond the boundaries of the living. So she's forced to leave her homeland to go train under the guidance of an elder, wiser bone witch. There, T puts all her energy into becoming an Asha and learning to control her elemental magic. And then there's also war brewing in the 8 kingdoms, and this is a trilogy, and so I'm very excited to see what this will be. I think this book will be very, very fun. I love books with necromancy and people that can bring things alive from the dead, so I'm very excited to see what that book's going to be. And then I got Once You're Mine and Now You're Mine by Morgan Briggs. This is dark romance, Possessing Her series. That's it. That's all I need to know. Murder brought us together, only death can keep us apart. Beautiful. Next, I got Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. I don't know why it's taking me so long to read this. Don't ask me. I don't want to talk about it. We're going to read it now. It's going to happen in 2025. I think this is following girls that are getting murdered. Then there's a killing of a middle-aged man a quarter century apart. How do they connect? I heard this book was gruesome and messed up, so it's a book for me. So I'm very excited to read that because it's a really gruesome or messed up. Or did y'all lie? We'll see. This one, I'm very excited for this one. This is Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman. This is following a girl named Cora, and she's going to her sister's birthday party, and she does not like her sister's fiance, Dean, and they end up being knocked out and chained up together in a madman's basement. And I'm very excited about this because I heard it is a devastating, tragic story. So I need to read it. I'm very excited. I've heard her writing is really, really good. So I feel like I'm going to enjoy this one. I'm anticipating this is going to be like a 4 or 5 star read no matter what. And then I'm going to have to buy some more of her books. So I'm very excited to read this. Next, I got Brooklyn by Tracy Brown. All I know is Brooklyn is a finesser. Brooklyn lies, Brooklyn steals, Brooklyn cheats. She does whatever she needs to do to get ahead in the game. And so she ends up in New York. She runs away, and then she meets this man named Hassan, who is like this big kingpin, drug dealer vibe kind of man. He ropes her into his operation where she earns his trust and his associates' trust. And now with the keys of the kingdom in her hands, she takes it all. All she does is burn bridges and break hearts. What she doesn't realize is that someone is prepared to end her reign of terror, and she faces her killer and her fate. And then I got this Wretched Valley by Jenny Kiefer, and this is following a woman named Dylan, and she's looking for her big break. She's going to this untouched cliff in the Kentucky wilderness where she wants to be the first person to climb the mountain. And then 7 months later, 3 bodies are discovered in the trees just off the highway. They are in various states of decay. One, a stark white skeleton. The second, emptied of its organs. And third, a mutilated corpse with tongue, eyes, ears, and fingers removed. But Dylan is still missing, and no trace of her, dead or alive, has been discovered. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I need in my life. So I'm very excited to read this. And then I have The Stall by Susan Ulrich Cruz. This book, a little short, weird one. This is following a girl named Lauren and her boyfriend Colin. She goes to the bathroom. There's this weird lady in the bathroom, and when she leaves the stall, she's jumping 6 months into the future, and her boyfriend Colin is dead, and she has a new boyfriend. So she's trying to figure out what happened to her boyfriend and get back to her timeline. So that's all I need for that book. I'm very excited. This cover is also really fun. Like I said, I love me a weird book. And then the last 8 are a part of a 16-book series called the Private Series by Kate Bryan. I already owned 8 of them, and then I asked my sister to get me the other 8 for my birthday, and she did. So I'm so excited to read these. This is following a high school girl named Reed. There's a little bit of murder, there's a little bit of magic, a little bit of a witch system. It's kind of like Pretty Little Liars in a way of like how much drama and how messy it is. So the books that I did get are Private, Invitation Only, Untouchable, Legacy, Ambition, Revelation, Vanished, and The Book of Spells, a private prequel. So I'm very excited to read those. I can't wait. Like, these covers, not cute in any way. I actually ran across these because my mom got them from a thrift store, and she's like, here, you might like these. And I was like, girl, look at these covers. What would make you think that? But then I started reading it, and they were good, y'all. They were good. So I'm excited that I have all of the books now because I'm going to restart this series because I never finished it. I got to maybe like book 12, 13, and now I don't remember all the things that happened. So I'm going to reread them. It's just messy. And I love it, and it was fun. So that is all 29 books that I got for my birthday. So if you made it to the end of this video, thank you very much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe on this video. And if there's books that you think that I would like, I want y'all to give me all of your extreme horror recommendations. That's the recommendations that I want. Okay, it could be a little bit of fantasy, that's fine. But if there are some horror books that you guys think I would like, link them down below. But that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.